There are two different films of the same troops leaving this berth. One features the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who is seen making a surprise appearance on the dockside. Great lengths were made not to telegraph the location of the invasion fleet to the enemy by showing pictures of the Prime Minister inspecting troops beforehand, but he found it difficult to stay away from important military operations. Even King George VI was party to this deception and visited the fleet at Scapa Flow to try and mislead the enemy regarding the location of the invasion armada. The film with the Prime Minister not present was probably made with this in mind. In fact, documents show that he asked Admiral Ramsay, the architect of Operation Neptune, to draw up plans that would allow him to accompany the D-Day invasion force. In a letter from Admiral Ramsay to Winston Churchill from May 1944, he informs the Prime Minister of the provisional arrangements. The plan is to divert HMS Belfast to Weymouth Bay so he can embark and then the ship to rejoin her squadron at full speed. Following D-Day, the PM would transfer a destroyer from which he could disembark for a tour of the beaches with regard to the unswept mines. Ramsay says he has mentioned the plan to General Eisenhower, who is very averse to the plan. Ramsay makes the point that you mean so much to the nation at this stage in the war that any risk to your life should not be taken unnecessarily, and suggests to the PM that he delays his visit across the Channel until the situation has stabilised. In the end, it took the direct intervention of the King to stop the proposal. In a letter, His Majesty says, "I want to make one more appeal to you not to go to sea on D-Day. Please consider my own position. I am a younger man than you. I am a sailor, and as King I am the head of all three services. There is nothing I would like better than to go to sea, but I have agreed to stay at home. Is it fair that you should then do exactly what I should have liked to do myself? You said yesterday afternoon that it would be a fine thing for the King to lead his troops into battle as in old days. If the King cannot do this, it does not seem to me right that his Prime Minister should take his place." In the end, Churchill was put off and eventually allowed to visit the beaches 6 days after the landings.